everyone, welcome to Reporters Live. Protests are continuing for the second straight day in Dhing as people are demanding all of the accused in the horrific gang rape case be brought to justice. Most of the commercial establishments in Dhing town remained closed today as scores of protesters, most of whom consist of women, continued with their demand for stringent punishment for the guilty. Leaders from the All Assam Students Union and the Assam Jatyobadi Yuva Chhatra Parishad also joined in the protest at Dhing while demanding justice for the victim and questioning the security of women in Assam. While the prime accused in the horrific gang rape case died after he jumped into a pond while trying to flee from police custody, villagers are saying no to allowing the funeral or janaza of the accused. The villagers have decided to abstain from the funeral prayer and not to allow the last rites in the community graveyard. The villagers further decided to ostracize the family of the slain accused, Tafazul Islam.
অসমৰ মানুহে এটা কথাই জানিব বিচাৰি আছে বাকি দুটা নৰপিশাচৰ কি হ'ব কেতিয়া ধৰা পৰিব কেতিয়া শাস্তি পাব কাৰণ মূল কথাটো হৈছে এই ঢিঙৰ ঘটনাটো বিক্ষিপ্ত ঘটনা হিচাপে চাব নোৱাৰে অসমত অসমীয়া খিলঞ্জিয়া জিয়াৰী বুৱাৰীৰ নিৰাপত্তা লাহে লাহে নোহোৱা হৈছে আজিৰ পৰা এমাহ আগতে গোৱালপাৰা জিলাৰ মাটিয়াত এগৰাকী 60ৰ ঊৰ্ধৰ মহিলা নিজৰ ঘৰৰ পিছফালে ধৰ্ষিত হৈছে বিহালীত ৰাতিপুৱা শুই উঠি বাহিৰলৈ যাওঁতে এগৰাকী কিশোৰীৰ মুখত সোপা দি লৈ যাবলৈ বিচাৰিছে যেনে তেনে ৰক্ষা পৰিছে ঢিঙৰ ঘটনা হৈছে তেজপুৰত কালি এনেকুৱা ঘটনা হৈছে লখিমপুৰত হৈছে হুজাইত হৈছে গতিকে ধাৰাবাহিকভাৱে এনেকুৱা ঘটনা অসমত সংঘটিত হৈ আছে অপৰাধীৰ মানে আইন প্ৰশাসন আৰক্ষী কাৰুলে ভয় নাইকিয়া হৈছে এই পৰিৱেশটোৰ উৰ পৰাটো অসমৰ মানুহে বিচাৰিছে আৰু মূল কথা হৈছে ঢিঙৰ নৰপিশাচ দুটাই শীঘ্ৰে কৰায়ত্ব কৰি সিহঁতক শাস্তি দিব লাগে ইয়াৰ ব্যতিৰকে ৰাইজ ক্ষান্ত নহয়
ঢিং ঘটনাৰ দুটা অভিযুক্ত এতিয়াও মুকলি আকাশৰ তলত ঘূৰি ফুৰিছে অনতি বিলম্বে সেই দুটা ধৰ্ষণকাৰীক গ্ৰেপ্তাৰ কৰিবৰ কাৰণে আমি অসম জাতীয়তাবাদী যুৱ ছাত্ৰ পৰিষদে দাবী জনাইছোঁ মূল অভিযুক্ত যোৱাকালি ৰাতি মৃত্যু হৈছে আমি নাজানো যে পুলিচে এনকাউণ্টাৰ কৰিলে নে নিজে পুখুৰীত জাপ মাৰি দিলে কিন্তু ৰাতিৰ আন্ধাৰত ধৰ্ষণকাৰীক শাস্তি প্ৰদান কৰাটো আমি অসম জাতীয়তাবাদী যুৱ ছাত্ৰ পৰিষদে বিচৰা নাই ধৰ্ষণকাৰীক দিনৰ পোহৰত মৃত্যুদণ্ডৰ দৰে শাস্তি প্ৰদান কৰিবৰ কাৰণে আমি
My colleague Arindam Das joins us live at this point in time. So Arindam, the second straight day that protests are continuing in Dhing over the horrific incident that unfolded there. And of course, the big question now is that the protesters are saying that they're also bringing into question the overall security of women in Assam. So what is the latest update from Dhing town as of now, Arindam?
Ronak, this is the second consecutive day that protest continues to erupt in Dhing town in Nagaon district of Assam, where on Thursday night the horrific incident of gang rape took place at Borbheti village in Dhing town, just some 2 kilometers away from Dhing town. So right now the protesters are demanding, in fact from yesterday only they are demanding that whoever is involved in this horrific crime, they should be brought to justice, they should be punished. And in fact yesterday the police was able to lay hands on the prime accused in this horrific gang rape case, and he was in police custody. And last night in the wee hours, actually around 4 a.m, when the police took the prime accused to the crime scene, that is where this gang rape incident took place, he tried to flee. The police version states that he tried to flee from the police clutches and he jumped into a nearby pond and he got killed by drowning himself. So that is the police version. So a search operation was carried out and his body was fished out from the pond at around 6 a.m. in the morning. So after this incident also protest continues to be there in Dhing town because 2 other accomplices or 2 other accused in this horrific gang rape case are still absconding. In fact, police has stated that they have got information about these 2 other accused. In fact, when the prime accused was arrested, he in fact confessed during interrogation that yes, he had committed this crime and he had 2 other accomplices. So based on his inputs and other investigative methods like tracking the mobile phone records, checking the call letter records. So they were able to trace two other accused, but they are still at large according to police. So police is launching a massive manhunt to nab the remaining two culprits who are involved in this horrific crime. But for the second day, as you have rightly mentioned, protests continue to erupt in Dhing town from cross sections of the society. All have only one voice. They have demanded justice for the victim, and whoever is involved, all the accused should be arrested by police and they should be given the stringent punishment. But yes, if we talk about the security of women, another incident, as you have seen what one of the leaders have stated in the soundbite, that yes, another incident, similar incident, though not a gang rape incident, another incident unfolded in Tejpur also last night, and another in Lakhimpur town. So according to the Chief Minister of Assam, also in say 1 month's span of time, more than 23, so if we count the Tejpur case and the Lakhimpur case, so it will be 25 to 26 cases till now in last 1 month's span of time, when women got molested or being gang raped, and that's why the protests are growing louder, and everybody has demanded justice, demanding safety and security of the women in the state, and that's why we have seen such big protests happening even on the second consecutive day after this horrific gang rape incident in Dhing town. And that's what, even when the prime accused, he has got killed by drowning himself when trying to escape from the police clutches, but two still remains at large. So
Right.
police are trying to nab the remaining two accused in this gang rape incident, and they are the protesters are demanding justice for the victim.
Absolutely. Arindam Das, thank you very much for all those details. All right, on to another big story now. In response to the severe flood situation gripping Tripura, Chief Minister Manik Saha chaired an all-party meeting at the State Guest House in Agartala today. The meeting brought together representatives from various political parties, marking a rare moment of unity amidst the ongoing crisis. Participants included members from the ruling BJP, its ally the IPFT, the Pramotha, as well as the opposition parties including the Communist Party of India Marxist, the Congress, the CPI, the Revolutionary Socialist Party, Forward Bloc and Amra Bengali. Key attendees from the BJP included the party's state president Rajiv Bhattacharjee, while the CPIM was represented by leader of opposition Jitendra Chaudhary and former minister Manik Dey. Congress was represented by its president Ashish Kumar Saha and MLA Sudeep Roy Burman. Other notable attendees were the IPFT's former MLAs Prashanta Debarma and Sindhu Charan Debarma, the Pramotha's Minister of State Brishaketu Debarma and MLA Ranjit Debarma. Well, the meeting commenced with a solemn 2-minute silence to honor the 25 people who lost their lives due to drowning and the landslides caused by the floods. Discussions primarily focused on addressing the widespread devastation brought about by the floods. The Chief Minister provided an overview of the current situation and the state's response efforts. He highlighted the challenges faced in rescue operations, especially in remote areas, and outlined the measures being taken to mitigate the impact. Chief Minister Saha also took the opportunity to commend the role of various political parties in aiding the flood victims. He expressed his appreciation for these efforts in assisting with evacuation operations and distributing essential supplies such as food and water. The Chief Minister further urged continued cooperation and solidarity from all parties during this critical time, emphasizing the need for a united front in overcoming the ongoing crisis. The all-party meeting underscored the gravity of the flood situation in Tripura and the necessity for a coordinated effort across political lines in order to ensure effective relief and rehabilitation for those affected. My colleague Pinaki Das joins us live from Agartala for more updates. So Pinaki, a very crucial all-party meet that was held today, and it was good to see all the parties in a rare instance coming together united for this ongoing crisis. And just tell us, Pinaki, what were the main takeaways from this crucial meeting? What were the resolutions that were adopted in order to mitigate the ongoing crisis, Pinaki?
See, the meeting is still on, and the Chief Minister is leading the meeting. All opposition ruling party representatives are there, and it's a good sign. It's a sign that all parties have come together, forgetting their political differences. Their main reason behind coming together is to give relief or serve the people and take them out from this crisis. And together, unitedly, they are fighting this crisis period, and that is the message from this crucial meeting from here, which Chief Minister Manik Shah, perhaps after BJP came to power, perhaps this is the first such administrative meeting other than the time of election, when the election commission called that in a crucial time they have come together, and their aim is so to help the people come out from this trauma and the devastation that has led to due to the flood which Tripura had not witnessed in last 3 decades. Perhaps this is the biggest one. 26 lives have till now been reportedly gone due to this flood, and property worth at least 5,000 crores have been destroyed in this flood, and Tripura, it will take time Tripura to recover from this loss that is not only property, crops, several houses, more than 1,000 houses have been destroyed, and at 2,000, more than 2,000 places we have seen there were small and big landslide, and people had to be airlifted. Perhaps after many years, we have not, at least I have not seen any such situation where people had to be airlifted. This is the first time people had to be airlifted, and food packets had to be dropped, and additional NDRF choppers had to be called in to mitigate the situation, or at least to give relief to the people. And this meeting is very vital. Here all the political parties, and we have seen opposition parties also working in the ground along with others to help those who are the victim of this flood. And this meeting will give definitely motivates all those who are in the ground, particularly the opposition and the party ruling party, those who will further get united to help people in such a critical situation.
Right. Indeed, these are unprecedented times for the state of Tripura for sure. And on that note, Pinaki, what is the current situation like right now? We know that there has been some improvement. The waters are receding slowly but surely. But how much more is left to be done as far as complete restoration of normalcy is concerned? Pinaki, if you can hear me, my next question to you, of course, was that how far has the situation improved, and how much longer is it probably going to take for complete restoration of normalcy? Yes, it seems we were briefly disconnected with Pinaki Das. Once again, I'm connected with him. So, Pinaki, what I was asking is, needless to say, this is definitely unprecedented times for the state of Tripura. But on that note, we have already come to understand that the waters are receding. There has been slight improvement in this scenario. But how much more time will it take, and how much more needs to be done as far as complete restoration of normalcy is concerned? It seems we are facing some issues with the connection with my colleague Pinaki Das. We will try to reconnect with him, but in the meantime, of course, as has been told, the all-party meeting on the flood situation in Tripura is currently still underway. The leaders of all political parties in Tripura, be it from the ruling dispensation or from the opposition parties, are all brainstorming on the way forward how to bring relief measures for the affected people. These are the discussions that are on the agenda as far as this all-party meeting is concerned. And as my colleague Pinaki Das said, it is heartening to see all the different political parties, be it from the opposition or from the ruling, putting aside their political differences and coming together to put all their hats to coming together unitedly in order to find a lasting solution to this ongoing flood crisis in the state. And of course, as I was asking Pinaki Das, the situation of course has improved slightly compared to yesterday.
Huge loss. Standing crops were totally destroyed. And what we have seen, some of the houses that we have visited, they have lost their documents, books, television sets, whatever there were in houses, because people were not expecting such a big, the water level will be such high. This was unexpected because in 3 decades they have not seen such a flood. But this is only the initial estimate of 5,000 crores. I believe it will go further more once the water level goes down further, because this is only an estimate. Roads, those have been destroyed. They will come open, particularly the PWD department will come to know only after later. Now the estimate is based on a preliminary report. Entire assessment will start after the water goes down, and I believe it may even go double to what the preliminary loss is been shown, and it will take the time required. Unfortunately, it will take more, because today when the water level has gone down, I had visited some of the relief camps where we found people are unable to return to their house because of the present condition. And mind it, after the flood we see that outbreak of diseases, so the government has to be very cautious about that, because then comes the crisis of groundwater, or because a large number of the people are dependent on groundwater as their drinking water, and then the spread of waterborne diseases also happens. So in that case, that will be another challenge for the state government.
Absolutely. So there is a long road ahead as far as complete restoration of normalcy is concerned. But at the same time, it is heartening to see that all the top leaders are coming together for this very problem. Pinaki Das, thank you very much for all those details.
Eight states at your fingertips. The real voice of the region. Watch Northeast Live. Your station, your voice.
दालमिया सीमेंट से तो आरसीएफ स्ट्रांग बन गया।
आरसीएफ
रूफ कॉलम फाउंडेशन, ये तो स्ट्रांग बन गया। और बताइए और क्या चाहिए?
छत पे एक बड़ा सा पार्टी हॉल होना चाहिए।
होना ही चाहिए। मार्बल का फाउंटेन, मॉड्यूलर किचन
और एक एक्वेरियम
होना ही चाहिए।
इतने सब के लिए तो आरसीएफ स्ट्रांग होना ही चाहिए।
तभी तो दालमिया सीमेंट चाहिए। दालमिया सीमेंट, आरसीएफ स्ट्रांग तो घर स्ट्रांग।
আহক আহক নিজৰ ভাগ্য পৰীক্ষা কৰক হাতচাপৰি
এইটোতো সিনথেটিক কা কটন লাগিছিল
নেক্সট
কি ভাবিলো কি পালো
অনলাইন শপিং কৰাটো লাকি ড্ৰৰ দৰে লাগে নহয়নে কিন্তু তেনে নহয় বাইদেউ কিবা ভাল লাগিলে মানুহে পোষ্ট কৰা ফটো আৰু ৰিভিউ চাওক আৰু তাৰ পিছতহে অৰ্ডাৰ কৰক শপিংৰ পাৱাৰ লৈ আহক আপোনাৰ হাতলৈ মিশো
News. On to the big story from Manipur. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today said that all those groups engaged in violence and disruption of law and order in the state should be removed from the purview of the suspension of operation or sue agreement. The Chief Minister maintained that the Manipur government has not officially heard anything regarding the status of the sue. It may be mentioned here that the sue agreement expired in February end this year and the centre has not formally extended the sue agreement. The state government on its part had earlier demanded the abrogation of the sue agreement with the Kuki-Zo rebels. The Kuki-Zo rebel groups had signed the sue agreement with the centre and the Manipur government in 2008 and more than 2,000 of their cadres have since been living in 14 designated camps in the hill areas of Manipur.
Hojik faubada akhoi state shogi si tausi haiba akhoi da concrete oiba karigum amata hair ko leitre akhoi gi oiba stand government oiba stand su aduga kaino da su koi assembly da su koi mayam ama decision lokre suspension of operation si phanana ba santi lagna ba tobune du santi lakpagi mohota hena henkel abunina Santi to guide Bakangu do a Sudagi expel to view have a sea equipment request ni. Aduna high division do carry step logo the gain at the carry Taudiga have to Ziki when official in a queda Kangal poetry, but here say the Kradi my other kind of Kanai have a gipa Madita said the government officially carrying Makalam the Kangal poetry.
Meanwhile, sources have told Northeast Live that the Ministry of Home Affairs is working on changes on the ground rules governing the conduct of the Kuki-Zo groups in Manipur, who are on suspension of operations since 2008. Sources said the centre is planning to relocate some of the 14 designated camps of the Sioux groups to areas further inside the hill districts in the state dominated by the Kuki-Zo groups. Several of the camps are currently located close to the valley districts which are dominated by the Meiteis. The tenure of the agreement expired in February end this year and has not yet been formally extended by the centre. Meanwhile, the centre has been holding talks with the Sioux groups and a series of meetings were held with representatives of the United People's Front and the Kuki National Organization between August 19 and August 21. Meanwhile, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, speaking on Chief of Army Staff General Upendra Dwivedi's visit to Manipur, said various issues were deliberated upon, including restoration of peace and border security. Biren added that the Chief of Army Staff instructed his subordinate officers to consult the state government before carrying out any actions.
During this crucial juncture, the visit of the Army Chief shows that they are concerned about the Manipur crisis, and the centre is taking seriously. So he came along with the 3 corps commanders and Eastern Command, and we deliberate in many things. But his main visit was.
My colleague Lucky Boy Singh joins us live from Imphal. Lucky, so first and foremost, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh's a very crucial statement as far as the Sioux agreement with the Kuki-Zo rebels is concerned. So, a very stern statement there, saying that if they continue to engage in violence and disruption of law and order, then they should be removed from the Sioux agreement. Lucky.
Yes, Ronak, today, yes, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh have strongly mentioned that from the side of the government of Manipur, they have appealed and requested the centre for expelling those Sioux group who have break the ground rules and have been involved in the present violence in the state. And as well as they didn't have any instructions from the centre regarding the extension of the suspension operation that there is the suspension operation between the government, and still they didn't have any accurate information regarding the extension as well as regarding the expel of the Sioux group, Rana.
And also, Lucky, the Chief Minister also touched upon his meeting, very crucial meeting in fact, with the Chief of Army Staff General Upendra Dwivedi. It seems like it was a very constructive discussion that was centered around how to bring about lasting peace between the different communities in Manipur. So tell us more on that, Lucky.
Yes, Ronak, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh yesterday have met the Chief of Army Staff, and yes, he have also spoke to us that he have gave some documents that are relevant to solve the issue, to solve the present crisis in the state, with various maps and various documents. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh have submitted to the Chief of Army Staff, as well as they have talked amongst them regarding the restoration of peace. And yes, in front of the Chief Minister, as said by the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, the Chief of Army Staff instructed his fellow officers to apply or to conduct any operations after consultations with the state government, Ronak.
Right, and also Lucky, you know, a very stern directive that has been given by the Manipur Chief Minister. Coming back to what I was speaking about earlier, you know, as far as the the cookies or groups are as far as the groups are concerned, and so if they continue to engage in violence, then they should be removed from the Sioux agreement. So, do you think this statement could actually act as a deterrent for some of these groups who may be indulging in violence?
Ronak, we cannot actually speak on that, because Chief Minister, he himself is not firm that yes, his government have requested the center for those Sioux groups who have break the ground rules to expel from the peace talk, as if the Sioux group is involved in the present crisis, as well as in accelerating the present violence. So if the Chief Minister have also said that his government have requested the center to expel those Sioux group, but still center will center hear the voice of the Manipur government is still a questioning to everyone. Ronak.
Absolutely. So the final decision will be taken by the center. We'll have to wait for that. For now, Lucky Boy, thank you very much for all those updates.